Hello and welcome to this month's free Project of the Month, courtesy of Vectric. My name is Michael Tyler and I designed this project just for you. It's completely free of charge and you can download it from your Vectric V&Co account. This project is called the Yummy Cake Pedestal, and it makes a handy way to not only display your cakes and serve them, but it also makes a handy gift too. You can use this around your own household, or you can give it away as a housewarming gift, birthday present, something around the holidays, perhaps a wedding present. And it can be made out of any hardwood. This sample is stained in a golden mahogany stain. And in this video, I'll show you some of the steps that I took to create this project. I hope you enjoy it, and if you enjoy the video, please give us a thumbs up. Okay, I've machined the first side of the shelf for the cake pedestal project, and I've got 4 alignment holes that are drilled all the way through the board and into the spoil board. I'm actually only going to use 2 of these corner holes for alignment in the spoil board, but I wanted to just mention to you, you can learn more about the two-sided carving techniques. There's various ways of doing this. The important thing is you get perfect alignment from front to back. Now, I've made these 4 holes just simply for convenience, so I don't have to run a separate project to drill holes just in the spoil board. I go ahead and drill all 4 of these holes so that I've got my 2 diagonal holes already drilled, both for the board and the spoil board itself. You can learn more about this technique in the PDF instructions that are included with this project and the alternate technique. Also, there's some great videos on two-sided carving on the Vectric website in the support section. And you can do perfect alignment for any two-sided project. It's not a problem, it's just there's different ways of going about it. And this is the way that I've chosen to do it. Now, I'll give you a close-up on how we use these small dowels inserted into the spoil board and in these corresponding alignment holes here in a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip over the project board so I can carve the other side of this shelf for the shelf pedestal cake project. So I just want to make sure that before I flip it that there's no stray fuzzies or anything that would interfere with getting that board sitting nice and flat again. Sometimes when you drill holes in the spoil board, especially if you go through the board itself, you'll get a little sawdust in the holes. So I like to blow out the holes a little bit, make sure there's nothing interfering with that board laying flat. So I'm going to go ahead and use 2 of these holes diagonally from each other, and I'm flipping the board over sideways. That's the way the project is set up. So I'm just going to match these holes in the board with the dowels. Those dowels I put in are the same type of dowels that you get for glue up when you're doing dowel construction. They're grooved and they're the perfect size to fit in a 1/4 inch hole that you've drilled in, so I'd recommend getting those types of dowels, the glue striated dowels, the hardwood dowels. Okay, I think I've got the board laid down nice and flat. All I need to do is to put the screws back in and fasten this board down, and we'll run the other side. Alright, we need to glue together the base and the support for underneath here. So let's glue these pieces together. And I like to glue them cross grain. Your choice. I've got a length of this dowel to help align the pieces as we glue them. You notice I'm staying away from the edges of this so that I don't glue in that dowel by accident. And I like to tack it with a little bit of super glue. Okay, that looks pretty well aligned. And I'll go ahead and glue up the next one and then come back after I get those clamped and weighed down. Alright, now that we've got the base components glued up, we'll glue this assembly, one with a hole all the way through it, into the underside of the shelf. Get a little super glue to tack it in. And I'll use that dowel to align it. Okay, that's pretty good. And we'll let that dry. The base and shelf parts are dry enough, the assemblies are dry enough, so we'll go ahead and glue in the 5.5 inch by 1 1/4 inch diameter dowel. Just spread some glue around inside both the base and the underside of the shelf. Okay, that ought to do it. Okay, and we'll just weigh that down until it's dry. Alright, we're ready to apply our stain to the cake pedestal, and I think what I'll do is just go with a basic golden mahogany color, and we'll just apply that stain over the whole cake stand and let her dry, and then we'll put on some clear coats later.